I didn't open the door right away. I just stood there in the dim hallway, watching her through the peephole the way you watch a storm gather. Her shoulders shook like she was folding in on herself. Keys trapped uselessly in her hand. Mascara smudged into the kind of grief that only comes from being caught in your own mess. 5th birthday in a row they'd forgotten me. But this was the first year I decided to give them something in return. Silence. Cutting them off hadn't been some dramatic slam of emotion. It felt like stepping out of a burning room and realizing the fire only ever raged because I kept feeding it oxygen. But her showing up my mother on my porch, trembling, that was unexpected. I steadied my breath, calmed the tremor in my fingers, and opened the door. She said my name like it hurt her throat. Good. It was supposed to. Growing up, I thought love was a prize you earned straight A's, spotless chores, flawless behavior. And my sister? She was the sun they orbited, the golden child, the you make us so proud daughter. For years I believed she'd cracked some secret code to affection, something I just wasn't smart enough, pretty enough, or good enough to find. It took my adult brain to finally accept the truth. There was no formula. Just favoritism sewn into the seams of our childhood and dressed up as parenting. Still, every year I kept trying. Birthdays, holidays, graduations, showing up with effort, with gifts, with hope. And every time I left feeling a little more scraped out inside. I called that hollow feeling resilience. I called it family loyalty. But deep down it was something simpler. I didn't want to admit that they had never truly chosen me. This year, I told myself not to expect much. Even so, the nothingness stung. No call, no text, not even the lazy hope you're well they recycled whenever guilt grazed them lightly enough. Later that night, I opened Instagram without thinking. Habit, not hope. And there it was, my sister's story. A brand new car, filmed like a commercial, glossy paint gleaming under slow-motion lights. And the caption, "Thank you, Mom and Dad. Best birthday ever." I didn't cry. I didn't even blink. Something inside me just stopped. 5 years. 5 years of forgetting me. 5 years of showering her. It wasn't about the car. It was the clarity, cold, sharp, absolute. They weren't bad at loving. They were selective. I didn't confront them. Didn't post anything. I simply removed myself. Left the family group chat. Muted their calls. Blocked the social accounts where they pretended our lives ran parallel. Then I went practical. The phone plan they'd leached off for years, I froze it. My name was on the contract after all. The shared savings account that was supposedly for both kids, I moved it fully into my name. Legally mine anyway. I didn't slam a door. I sealed it quietly. Because revenge isn't fire, it's ice. 2 days later the messages started. Is everything okay? Why is my phone off? Did something happen? I let the silence do what my words never could. Then came unknown numbers, then emails dripping with fake concern, then my father's stiff little message. "We need to talk." I ignored them all, and now here she was, my mother, crying on my porch as if I'd broken her heart. I stepped aside and let her in. Not gently, but deliberately. She stood there shaking, her apologies lining up on her tongue like soldiers ready to march. But I spoke first. I saw the car. She froze. Her throat bobbed like she was trying to swallow jagged glass. "Oh, honey, that's not." I raised a hand. She stopped mid-lie. "Progress. For 5 years," I said, voice steady. "You forgot my birthday. Every single one. That's not fair. It's accurate." Her face collapsed. People crumble when the truth finally hits them clean. "We love you," she whispered, the way a parent is supposed to say it, with warmth. Hers trembled like the words were borrowed from someone else. "Then why didn't you act like it?" Silence. The first honest thing she'd given me in a long time. I watched a realization bloom slowly across her expression, the horror of a parent who suddenly sees the child they neglected become an adult who no longer needs them. "You can't just cut us out," she pleaded. "We're family." "That's the thing," I said calmly. "Family is supposed to show up." "You didn't." "We can fix this," she whispered. "Please talk to us." "I have talked for years," I said. "You just never listened." Her breath stuttered. There it was, the moment she understood this wasn't punishment. It was release. Mine, not theirs. She asked what I wanted. I told her the truth. Nothing. The word broke her. I could almost hear the crack. I walked her to the door while she begged, promised, swore the future would be different. I didn't yell, didn't cry, didn't dramatize anything. I just opened the door and let her see the quiet, steady life she was no longer part of. Take care, I said, not cruelly, just final. She stepped onto the porch, small, shaking, and lost, and I closed the door behind her with a gentleness I wished someone had shown me growing up. No rage, no grief, just a grounded silence stronger than anything I'd ever felt around them. People think revenge is loud and fiery, but the most devastating kind is simple. You take back the parts of yourself they never bothered to hold. You stop waiting for the apology they never planned to give. You stop shrinking to fit their version of love, and in the space they leave behind, you finally make room for yourself. I sat down at my kitchen table, lit the single candle on the slice of cake I'd bought for myself, and whispered the truth into the warm, still air. Happy birthday.